Trying to manifest something without mastering visualization, it's like trying to catch a fish with bare hands. I'm going to share with you why visualizing is so powerful, how to visualize correctly, and how important it is to begin today to doing it right. Hi, I'm Patricia Andrea. I'm a spiritual life coach and a manifesting expert. And I want to make you a manifesting expert as well. And today we have even good old science on our side. There are numerous studies around visualization that show how athletes performed much better when they visualized their performance before actually doing it. So when an athlete visualized before they went for a race or another competition, they were performing actually much better. And they say they even activated muscle memory without actually doing something with the muscles, just thinking about it, imagining it. Nice that science now knows something that many people already knew and used for hundreds and thousands of years. And now it's up to you to try it and see how powerful it is. There are 3 really important basics around visualization, and I want you to know them first before we go into how to visualize correctly. Because without having these basics, this knowledge, you maybe try to visualize and then you have these images in your mind, but you don't understand why they work. And knowing how they work and what you have to focus on will help you a lot. They make a big difference. So basic point number 1 is you want your subconscious on your side. I had a client that grew up in an environment where there was not much love. So he always felt not worthy enough and not lovable. But he wanted to attract love in his life. He wanted to attract his soulmate. So we had to bring his subconscious on his side. Because as long as his subconscious was thinking and believing that he is not worthy of love, that no one will ever love him, it would not be possible for him to manifest love. Because it's like this. The subconscious is like an elephant. It's a huge part of you. And your conscious mind, is like a rider on top of the elephant. So now we have already this image. The rider is pretty small and the elephant pretty big. And now if you as the rider, if your conscious mind want to go to one direction, as my client that wanted to go to the direction of love to attract his soulmate, he tried to bring the elephant to the same road, but it was impossible. Because the elephant, his subconscious, was used to and was thought that he is not good enough for love. So even if my client tried to go into the direction of love, he could not, because his subconscious was going to the other direction of being alone, of not being lovable. So with this client, among other things, we focused a lot on visualization, because your subconscious does not know if something is real or not real. So if you're only imagining something and you're doing it right, how I will tell you in a few minutes, then your subconscious does not know if that is really happening on the outside or it is happening in your mind. So it does not know the difference. And this is a way to reprogram the subconscious mind. That's why you want to have your subconscious on your side. Basic knowledge number 2, always visualize the end result. I had a time where my biggest dream was living and traveling in a van. I wanted to live this van life. But the thing was, I did not have a driver license. I did not have a car. I had a job where I was stuck. I did not have enough money. I did not have anything that would help me to travel and live in a van. But you know what? I still continued to wish for it. I began to visualize how it would be living in a van. I visualized, I looked on pictures on Instagram, I saved them. So I could imagine how I would style my van, where I would travel, how it would be. But I really did not know how can I get there. It did not look possible for me. But I was not ready to throw this dream away, so I continued visualizing and trying to manifest it. And in the end, I did. I traveled for 4 years in a van and I had exactly what I had wished for. So do you remember what I said? I visualized how I would live in a van. I did not visualize how I will get a van. I did not visualize how I get the driver license or if I meet someone with a driver license. I did not visualize how I will get there, how I will get to my dream. No, I decided to visualize the end result. So think about your desire. What do you want to manifest? And then hold that vision. Visualize and imagine the end result and not how you get there. Because how you get there, that's the job of the universe, not your job. And also when you try to think about how to get there too much, then maybe you begin to struggle to not believe in your desire anymore, and maybe you lose hope because it seems like too many steps, too complicated, maybe even impossible. So when it comes to visualizing, visualize the end result. Alternative, you can also visualize the steps in between. And I don't mean the steps how you get to the end result, but let's say you want to manifest your dream business. Then you can begin to visualize, of course, the end result, how you have your dream business, how you're really happy with it and successful. But you can also visualize, for example, how you have your first client, or how it will feel or how it is when you have your first $100,000 on your bank account. And maybe you wish it's much further, but you can begin to visualize some of the bigger steps in between. But don't think about it, don't try to visualize how you will get to these big steps, but visualize only the big steps or the end result. And don't forget to always visualize and pick a desire that is a bit outside of your comfort zone, because you are able to manifest a lot and really big things. So try it. And basic knowledge number 3 that will help you visualize is, why do you want your desire? I remember when my big desire was to lose weight. I tried everything, of course. And then I began to learn more and more about manifestation and law of attraction. And I understood that it is less about the losing weight, but more about why I want to lose weight. Like why I want to get with losing weight. What do I think will change when I have lost weight? I understood that I want to lose weight because I felt insecure. That came from my childhood. And I also wanted to be loved. I want to be good enough. So there were a lot of reasons that had nothing to do with my weight, with how I look like. They had all to do with what I have inside, with old traumas, with old thoughts, with old patterns, and what I wish for inside, that I want to be loved, accepted, that I want to feel good enough. And so this helped me a lot to understand how I can manifest what I want to manifest. Because then I begin to attune and to use the right frequency to manifest what I want to manifest. I stopped visualizing losing weight. I began to visualize how I would have all these emotions that I was wishing for. I visualized how I feel good enough, how I began to accept myself, to love myself. So I knew, I still visualized how I will look like, but it was with another base. It was with other thoughts behind. Because only the image of losing weight was not enough for attuning to that frequency of my desired outcome. So get clear on your why. So, and now let's go into how to visualize correctly. So first of all, if possible, visualize in first person. Visualize as you are doing the thing that you want to do, or you are experiencing what you want to experience. Of course, you can also see yourself in your mind, how you are doing something, but if possible, try to be inside your visualization. Try to see it firsthand. Because then it's easier to use the next steps that are really important. So secondly, you have to bring emotions into your visualizations. So let's say again, you want to manifest your dream business. How will you feel when you have manifested that? Visualize how you wake up in the morning, the first thought of your morning. What could it be? How will you feel when you wake up in your bed? How will you feel in that moment? What is different than now? How will you feel when you talk with your clients? How will you feel when you see your artwork? How will you feel when people compliment on you and say, wow, that's so amazing that you had the courage to begin your business and it works so well? How will you feel? Will you feel proud, happy, calm, free, capable, curious? I don't know, there are a lot of emotions that can be. So really go into these emotions. That's crucial. Like without emotions, visualization is nothing. So really feel what you will be feeling when you have reached your desire. Then step number 3, bring even more details in. Try to feel with your hands, like to touch things in your visualization. How will your computer feel when you write your first book? How does the handle of your shop feel that you just opened? So all these details bring a lot. You can also imagine how something smells, how something tastes, How will you eat when you reached your goal? What will you eat for lunch when you're working in your dream business? What smell will you have around you? There are a lot of details that you can bring into your visualization. And do it, believe me, it helps. And now the fourth step is repetition. We talked about the subconscious earlier, and the subconscious mind is programmed with emotions, and the emotions that you will bring into your visualizations, and with repetition. If you only visualize once, it is not that powerful as when you visualize every day. So we want the elephant, your subconscious, on your side. So give it what it needs, emotions and repetition. Visualize every day. You don't have to visualize the whole day. It's enough if you visualize maybe in the morning a few minutes, in the evening before falling asleep a few minutes. That would be enough. That's amazing, because it's even better if you can do it before falling asleep, because then when you fall asleep, you bring these images and this visualization with you while you sleep. So I repeat your basics. Know that you want your subconscious on your side. Visualize the end result and get clear on your why. And how to visualize? Do it in first person, bring in emotions, smell, touch, taste, and repetition is key. You want to become a manifesting expert, then I highly recommend to look into this playlist where I talk about the law of attraction and manifesting. You will find a lot of videos that you will like. Thank you for being here. See you in the next one. Bye!